If you were to think of a C-suite level fighter, Dana White is pretty well.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, you've spent a good bit of time sort of orbiting that whole crew of people. What have you learned from your insights about the UFC and sort of what that says about Dana?
Oh, listen. What I'm about to say about Dana is some people are not going to like it, but I'm going to say it anyways. UFC is what UFC is because of Dana White. You can sit there and talk about all these fighters and but if it wasn't for this guy, if it wasn't for that guy, if it wasn't for what this person did and that person, totally get it. Listen, different players come and go, right? Totally understand. Dana has made it about the sport. He never made it about the fight. He never made it about one fighter. He is very quick to call out anybody. It doesn't matter if it's the number one guy in the league. He'll call him out, John Jones. He'll call out Conor if he screws up, but he'll back him up to the highest level. He'll say that was some stupid shit he did. He'll sit there and straight up tell you what he likes, what he doesn't like. But everybody learned during COVID, he was the number one commissioner in all of sports. Every commissioner in America caved. NBA caved. NFL caved. MLB caved. Every commissioner caved except for one guy who had brass balls called Dana White, who said, I don't give a shit. We're going to find a place to do the fight. So during COVID, you know what's the only sport the world watched? We watched UFC. No one's watching a freaking football game with no fans out there and cardboards. What am I going to do with cardboards? Oh, no, we're going to watch, hey, you can buy this seat for your face to be on the, basketball game. Who gives a shit? It was the most boring finals Lakers won ever. They shouldn't even deserve to have won that finals. There was no audience, nobody booing against you. But everybody realized, here's Dana as a commissioner, then it's everybody else. You're not at his level. He's a wartime leader as well as a peacetime leader. He's learned how to balance
and
both.
Prestige moving together.
He said something in an interview. He says, listen, man, maybe it's just the fact that I'm getting old and I'm getting soft, but I have a hard time seeing what's going on with some of these guys. And, in the way his personal life, when he went through that crisis and the way he put it, he says, you want me to be embarrassed? How much more embarrassed do you want me to be? You know how embarrassing it is to talk to my wife and my kids? You know how embarrassing that is? This is nothing compared to how embarrassing to have to face my kids. You respect that. You love that.
There's a degree of clarity, especially to Dana, that is very rare. And I think that one of the things the UFC's done is make boxing particularly feel so antiquated and pedestrian.
And the fact that KSI almost beat Tommy Fury, you know how bad that would have been for boxing?
That's not good. That's not good. But KSI does not represent UFC either.
He doesn't, but what would have happened if a YouTuber would have beaten a professional boxer with a last name of Fury? It's humiliating.
Correct.
Many people would have said he could have won on the points, but...
What was it that you said? You made some comparison about jockeys and horses to do with Dana White.
Yes, I made the analysis with Elon Musk, where you had to bet on the... Oh, the same goes with Dana White as well, though.
Yeah.
So you got the jockey and the horse, okay? You got Dana White is the jockey. The horse is UFC. Elon Musk is the jockey. Tesla is the horse, okay? So if tomorrow Elon Musk resigned from Tesla to only do Twitter, what happens to Tesla? It's going to be disturbing for a lot of investors because a lot of people bought Tesla because it's Elon Musk. A lot of people are selling Tesla and getting rid of their cars like AOC it's Elon Musk ever since he bought Twitter.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. But, to me, in a perfect world is if you can have both. I think UFC is a great product, phenomenal product, addicting product, okay, viral product. But Dana White is an incredible jockey.
Do you remember someone brought up, I think it was Israel Adesanya had been using the N-word, and it's at the press conference. I mean, it must be fun for the press, to sit down, and Dana sits down and he goes, all right, guys, what's going on? The gate tonight was da-da-da-da-da-da. We broke this. He was the fight of the night. And then he just looks up and someone asks him a question and he just says what he thinks. He doesn't say something that the media team has prepped him on, although I'm sure he's got training and he understands the boundaries, but nothing feels prescribed, manufactured, conceited. Nothing contrived. Nothing feels like that. It just feels like this is what the guy thinks. I saw this on the internet. Someone had talked about many organizations and YouTubers at the moment are trying to speed run authenticity. right? They're trying to growth hack relatability. How can I make myself seem more authentic and relatable than I actually am? And obviously, it's kind of a self-defeating prophecy, which is that the only way to be authentic is to be authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a degree of trust. You know, I mean, Dana, dude, the start of this year was rough for him. That him and his missus got into a scuffle and it got videoed, and it was maybe like New Year's Eve or something like, January 1st. Guess I was starting 2023
That's right.
the worst way possible. And he comes out and you have faith that you go, yeah, this guy meant what he said. I don't think that there's any demons lurking in the closet, because I may regret saying that at some point in future, but I don't think that I'm going to need to, because I just have faith that I'm not Dana White. I don't have stock in Dana White. I'm a good judge of character, and I see in him someone that seems to tell the truth more often than not, and seems to be very open and honest and own his mistakes. And people love that. People really, really like that. So yeah, it makes him incredibly likable.
Authenticity at the highest level. That brand is a very authentic brand. He's had his, his enemies. He's had the people that have challenged him and given him a hard time. But Dana, in a past life, could have been a gangster. Maybe he was, but he could have been a gangster. He could have ran a family. That's how Dana is. He could have been. Dana is almost not a mob boss, of a Gambino family or Genovese or Colombo. Dana's more the guy that ran the commission, like a Luciano. That's Dana. And to be that guy, there is no book you can read to be that guy. You can read 48 Laws of Power 100 times. You can't be that guy. You either are that guy or you're not that guy.
Big boss energy.
Dana is that guy. Dana's that guy.
We'll get back to talking to Patrick in 1 minute, but first I need to tell you about Shopify. Shopify is the e-commerce platform revolutionizing businesses all over the world. Whether you're a garage entrepreneur or IPO ready, Shopify is the only tool that you need to start, run, and grow your business online without the hassle. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, and if they are good enough for huge brands like Gymshark, they are good enough for you too. Shopify puts you in control of every sales channel, so whether you're selling satin sheets from Shopify's in-person POS system or offering organic olive oil on Shopify's all-in-one e-commerce platform, they've got you covered. And once you've reached your audience, Shopify has the internet's best converting checkout to help you turn browsers into buyers. If you are someone who is looking to start a business online, Shopify is the only place to go. They are a one-stop shop to create your business. So if you're looking to take your business to the next level, you can sign up for a $1 per month trial period right now by going to the link in the description below or heading to shopify.com/modernwisdom in all lowercase. That's shopify.com/modernwisdom. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip with Patrick, then press here for the full-length, over 2 hour long podcast. Go on. Give it a press.